15% off. 15% off on whatever you choose. That's the best part about it. You get to choose where you want to use that coupon. Amazing, very great offer right there. An amazing opportunity. But we are now going to get straight into the second hour Moonlight Markdowns. Thank you so much for joining me. It is a gorgeous first hour, but I'm going to continue to spoil you. In fact, if anything, we're going to take it up a notch. Diamonds. Let me repeat. Diamonds on clearance. This is a ring. This is a diamond ring, a 1/4 carat diamond ring for $59.90. Size 5 and size 6 are available. Quarter, let me repeat this because I've never said these words, this phrase in my nearly 20 years of showing jewelry and gemstones. A 1/4 carat diamond ring for under $60. $14.98. So you got, of course, that graduation of the disc on the outside. The 5 rows, I will always love you, could be a symbol of that one. Mother's Day is coming up. That bracelet's going to be coming up as well. This is definitely one of those opportunities where if you don't have the HSN app, get it now, get it now. Go to the website, hsn.com, because this next hour is going to be red hot. Also coming up in this hour. Yep, I mean, this is, I've looked at, I would say, millions of carats of diamonds in my time. Millions, that's no exaggeration. This is extraordinary. Blue and white diamond bypass ring. Both my producer Dan and I spoke about this a couple of hours ago when I first arrived. We had to show this at the start because there's no way this is going to make the rest of the hour. $491,339. 4 flex pays of $22.48. Did you see? It's got 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 of the size available. The appraised value, what, $349. It is $89.09. Look at that flash. Look, and you know what? The flash and sparkle, I can say that, but you go to the website, hsn.com, and you'll see the reviews. This is one of my picks, without a doubt, 100%. This is stunning. This is the Queen of Gems, the Gem of Queens. It is the pearl. Genuine, freshwater, cultured pearls, $49.90. Bridesmaids, granddaughter, niece, you, mum, everybody. These are genuine. This is the real thing. These are not dyed. These are not enhanced. These are genuine pearls. This is just a snapshot. We're going to do a full presentation on them later in the hour. But right now, though, that necklace is definitely one of my picks for this hour, without a doubt. I love gemstones of all shapes and sizes. I really do. And in this hour, we're going to show you diamonds. We're going to show you pearls. But we're going to give you them to at clearance prices, still with our 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. But most importantly for you, for your reassurance, the beauty is still there, the quality is still there, the quantities are not there. So these are going to be quick presentations. Are you ready? I've got 12. I have 12 of these. 421066 is the item number. I honestly, I've been doing this a long time. If I had these in Australia, even with our tiny population, these would be gone quicker than a New York minute. These are champagne diamonds. This is the best of so many worlds. These are natural in color. Diamonds in this day and age, certainly at this price point, pretty much 99% of them are color enhanced in some way, shape or form. Either to preserve the color, make it better. Champagne diamonds, 100% natural. Champagne, golden tones, pink bubbly tones, almost going through to a cognac in color. Genuine diamonds, over 1/4 carat earrings. And right now, I have 10 pairs left. 1 flex pay, still with our return policy. I say that to reassure you with our return policy. I don't think for a second you're going to use it, not when you open up the jewelry box and realize that you were one of the lucky ones, one of the 12 people across this country to get diamond earrings for less than $70. Your flex pays $17.48. All that aside, I understand completely when it comes to buying something that you're going to wear and adorn and represent yourself, price is a minor factor. Aesthetics, how it looks, how it appeals to you is a #1 priority. You've got the quality, you've got the beauty, you've got non-stop pave set in the diamonds. I mean, it's like this tapestry of diamonds on these earrings. But the added bonus, if you do love them, they're at less than $70. They're under $70. congratulations if you get a pair. I mean, right now they say we've got 90 seconds on the clock. If these last 30 seconds, I will be astounded. On the outside, you'll see that rope finish. Again, just that texture. That's all it is. I mean, the designer, when putting this together with the sterling silver, made sure that you had that texture. But then you got black rhodium. Did you notice that? You got some almost like an oxidized rhodium plating that they've done on the very tips of each of the diamonds. But as I'm moving that back, look at that blue. Did you see that on the right-hand side? As I move those, and that's just the light, that's what diamonds do. I mean, that's why diamonds have fascinated all of us for civilizations. Adamas, that's the Greek adamas, unconquerable. So many other gemstones are compared to a diamond. Have you ever heard that, where they say, oh, it's got the look of a diamond, it's got the flash of a diamond, it's got the sparkle of a diamond, it's got the appeal, it's got the luster, it's got the prestige, it's got the pedigree of a diamond. These are diamonds. It could be your first pair of genuine diamond earrings. And if it is, I congratulate you. You will not make a bad choice in this show. I have got diamond bracelets, diamond earrings. I've got that pearl necklace, which, by the way, over a dozen have gone. They've sold out. Congratulations. We're going to move. But well done. They've sold out. I'll let you know if Eddie come back in. Look at this. This is a bangle. Heart shape, Mother's Day, graduation, birthday, just because you can get this bangle for under $70. I love my job. I really do. I love jewelry. I do. I love jewelry. But to give you an opportunity like I'm offering you now is exceptional, because I know for a lot of people, you know, the idea of diamonds, you go into a jewelry store. I've stood at the jewelry window, not even going in, and noticed I'm not the only one. Why don't we walk in? Because we think, well, I'll just dream a little. Not today. It becomes reality. Diamond, these are blue diamonds. Look at that. Heart-shaped, sterling silver, so it flexes open. $69.90. How many of these do we have? Please tell me we've got 100 of these. I have just over 100 of these available. Think about that for a graduation gift. You know, you put it aside, wait for the occasion to rise. That is beautiful. Hopefully we'll get a full presentation, but if you just missed it, we just had another sold out in the show. We're going to continue now with graduated oval ring. I laugh. If you hear a laugh in my voice, that's for good reason, because my career started with a loose gemstone. So I would be talking about a parcel of gems, a parcel of diamonds in this case, and I'd be trying to encourage or create the image of what you could do with them. Doing a pave set ring, making some beautiful stud earrings, you know, well matched. Now I've gone full circle. I've gone from a parcel of diamonds to a completed, stunning diamond ring. If you're out of the room, you need to come and look at this. It is $59.90, under $60. Now let's talk quality. Let's first of all talk about champagnes. Champagne diamonds. Now there's a couple of different areas around the world that that mine champagne diamonds. One of which is in Australia, and I believe these are from India. These diamonds, they are from India. However, I know the Australian diamond area is up on the west coast of Australia. It's called the Argyle Mines, and they're known for their pink diamonds, and that's what I want to draw your attention to, because these champagnes will have that beautiful shade of gold tones, pinks, and even cognacs flowing through in them. If you missed out on the earrings, I apologize. Don't let it happen twice. Do one flex pay of $14.98. In fact, where are those earrings? Can I grab them? I know they sold out, the earrings that we just had. Can I grab them and just show them with this? Because if you just bought the earrings, I want to show them with this ring. Now the earrings have gone. The ring is still available. But look at those together. So there are the earrings. They have officially sold out. We've already put that on the screen, but this ring is available. Do not let it happen twice. $14.98. So again, look at all those diamonds. Now, I didn't get a chance to count them, but we can see the total carat weight there on the left-hand side of the screen. That's a 1/4 carat diamond ring for $59.90. The look of the diamond, the prestige of the diamond, the glimmer, the shimmer. These are diamonds. This is no comparison. Adamas, the unconquerable. You know that when knights would go off to battle, they'd actually wear diamonds in their chest plate because even way back then, they would appreciate, of course, there's no harder gemstone other than a diamond, but get this, it represents the softest of emotion, the emotion of love. $59.90. You'll notice that on the outside, you have that rope finish again, that texture. Nice little symbol of 5. You know, you have that I will always love you. Mother's Day is around the corner. That graduation at the end of the year. Your very clever granddaughter, niece, next door neighbor. This is, I have to remind you, particularly if you're surfing through the channels, these are not created. This is not costume jewelry. These are not crystals. It'd be beautiful if they were champagne-coloured Swarovski crystals. I'd be over the moon with it. These are diamonds for $59.90 and a quarter of carat. Now the Gowrie. Let's have a look at this, because you can have the most beautiful, beautiful gemstones as we do here. Look at it on Angie. Look at that. There are a lot of you in the ordering process, and I thank you so very much for shopping with us this morning. I've been tempting you with this in the first hour. I said that I've got diamonds. Well, now they arrive. They are here. They're flooding through the gate. Now, I've got sizes only 5 and size 6. That's what I've got. By the way, the bracelet as well. So a lot of you have been inquiring about the bracelet. We're going to show you the information on the bracelet right now. 6.5 inches in the length of the bracelet. The ring, again, sizes 5 and 6. 5 will be the first to sell out. The bracelet, $119.90. The appraised value there, for the new viewers of HSN, welcome. My name is Jeff Cowan. You're watching what we call Moonlight Markdowns. But the appraised value is where we've sent the item out to 3 separate jewelry valuers, and that $473 was the lowest of those 3 valuations that came back. And we displayed it on the screen. Now, clearly, as we broadcast over 95 million homes across America, and good morning, we can't put that information on the screen unless it's been proven. Of course, legal makes sure. Quality control here is very stringent. Can I tell you that? We have gemologists that work here, so when it comes to gemstone shopping, this is your destination. Stay on the phone lines for that ring. I'll continue to remind you and update you. There's probably about 70 of those now remaining in the ring, but we're going to now move to something we previewed. And in the very quick snapshot that we gave you, many of you jumped in on it. We're talking now blue diamonds. 33 points, 1/3 of a carat, bypass design, pear shape in shape. 491339 is the item number. Honestly, I honestly cannot believe the value of what we're getting here. There's this beautiful gemstone that any diamond can boast over 200 million years of age. It occurs over 200 kilometers below the surface of the earth. Down. I mean, the beautiful thing about diamonds, any gemstone, is in most cases it was a freak of nature that made it occur. The mixing of minerals, the cooling or the heating and the pressure at the right amount of time. But then it had to come up close enough, because we're good, but man, we can't dig down 200 miles. So what we do is we wait for that express elevator, a volcanic eruption. That's when these diamonds get close enough for us to get to them. All that being said, you now have a diamond ring before your very eyes for less than $90 and a flex pay of $22.48. The good news is I've got sizes 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, and that's at the moment. And through this presentation, we've got 4 minutes until sellout, but this will not last. The bangle, I'm sure we'll put the information with as well, the bracelets they put there, 459870. Because it is a perfect match. Mother's Day is around the corner. Maybe this one, for the gentlemen, if you're watching, it's up early morning, getting ready for work. Gents, let me remind you, the most important day on the calendar year is coming up. I'm a dad. I'm a husband. I'm a son. Fellas, blokes, men, one phone call, one flex pay, and within 7 to 10 working days, your home run anniversary, birthday, Mother's Day gift will be on your doorstep, ready to go. Can you imagine her eyes? Can you imagine her eyes when you open up that jewelry box and feast your eyes on a diamond 1/3 of a carat, 33 points, and remind yourself that you paid less than $90. Beautiful snow white diamonds on the outside. So it's not just the blue diamonds. Obviously what makes this pop is how white and bright those diamonds are on the outside, and then the blue diamonds on the inside. You see that there's that gap between the blues and the whites. That's what they call a cutout. And the cutout isn't done by mistake. It wasn't to cut corners. If anything, it was to illuminate the blue diamonds. Because what ends up happening is that you get that break in it. You get that gap between the setting itself and then underneath the skin. So you get the light and the shade. But then you get the blinding white. It's almost like having your own lighting crew around your blue diamonds here. So you got the white diamonds all the way around the outside. You got the blue diamonds in the inside. And I know many of you, when you're surfing through the channels, you go, hang on, that can't be right. You go back and say, hang on, HSN, $90, blue, yeah. $90. So Dan, can you update me on ring sizes, please? My producer is it's not a figure, not just a voice in my head. It's actually a producer. Size 10 is gone. So I've got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And out of those, 8, last call on size 8. 10 is just sold out, $89.90. And let me personally, this could be your very first diamond piece. And if it is, you are not going to be disappointed. I understand when it comes to the world of gemstones, and there are thousands of varieties of gemstones, it doesn't take a gem expert to appreciate the beauty and the value of diamonds. The #1 most purchased gemstone. Anniversaries, birthdays, Mother's Day is around the corner. 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Size 10 is just sold out. Size 8 is about to sell out. Everything comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Everything comes with our unconditional money-back guarantee. But on top of that, I insist that you do it. If you don't fall in love with this all over again, when you get it at home and get to see it with your own eyes and get to try it on your own hand, it looks gorgeous on Angie. It's going to look stunning on you. But for any reason, maybe you get both. Maybe you get the bracelet, maybe you get the ring. And then you decide, you know what? I'll just keep the ring. I'll just keep the bracelet. You have that choice. But put it this way, within an hour, you will not have a choice, because this will sell out and this is going to sell out. But right now, you've got that wonderful opportunity to acquire not just diamonds, but blue and white diamonds at unprecedented prices. $22.48. They talk about the Mohs hardness. A lot of people talk about that, meaning the strength of a gemstone or the resistance to scratch. The only thing that can scratch a diamond is a diamond. So here's a recommendation on the care of diamonds. Keep them separate from your other jewelry items, from your other gemstones, because they will damage your other. So if you've got them in a jewelry box or a jewelry case, keep your diamonds separate. For that reason, it can damage your other stones. But in the way of keeping them clean, of course, we have that wonderful Sparkle here at HSN, which is just stunning, where you just go ahead. It's an organic-based, non-toxic spray where you spray it on anything, though. Not just diamonds, pearls, opals, they're all available. Look it up on the website, it's Sparkle. We're gonna move now. So this is still available. I've got maybe with everyone on the phone lines about 60 of those rings remaining. I'm now, due to popular demand, we're gonna bring in this. Goddaughter, granddaughter, you, your mum, your sister, your best friend, blue diamond, hearts. I mean, regardless of the language that is spoken around the world, if you were to say to someone in their language, the symbol of love, what is it? It's the heart. And this has got diamonds encrusted, as I said, the hardest gemstone on the planet Earth, representing the softest of emotions. Love, amore. $17.48. This bracelet is flex, right? So it opens up. I'll put that over the wrist. I believe it's a 6.5 inch on the wrist. $17.48, a perfect combination. You realize you can do flex pays on everything here at HSN. You can do a flex pay on the ring, a flex pay on the bracelet, pay for your shipping and handling, and if you package items together, we will reduce your shipping and handling. But these will be on your doorstep within 7 to 10 working days. They will be, most importantly, on your wrist, on your finger, within 7 to 10 working days. You have a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. What does that mean? That means it's not just a few fleeting moments over a jewelry counter, right? In a jewelry store where you have to go in and make a decision. Here, we send it to your home. You get to try it on with the shoes, try it on with a dress, see how it looks with a handbag, all those things, with the nail lacquer that you're wearing. If it doesn't, or more importantly, if you don't fall in love with it all over again. You package it up, return it to us, and we'll refund you the purchase price. I've got under 100 of these available. Fewer than 100 people across the US right now can get this bracelet for $69.90. And we're not talking crystals. We're not talking cubic zirconia. We're not talking about simulated diamonds. We're talking diamonds. 15 points, blue diamonds in a heart shape with sterling silver for less than $70. The matching ring that you see there at the bottom of the screen, 491339, sizes 5, 6, 7, I believe 8 may have gone, size 9 is still available. Bypass ring, bypass design that you're seeing there. I have now under 90 remaining on the bracelet and a minute and 45 remaining. The interesting thing, let me tell you an interesting story about the heart shape. Now, there's many civilizations that have tried to stake claim to where the heart began, the shape of the heart, which again is international, the symbol of love. There's a country in the north part of Africa, ancient, and they had a type of plant there, a fennel plant that was so highly prized that eventually it became extinct because it was traded and traded. But the shape of the pod that beautiful, much-loved plant was the shape of a heart. Very true. So if you look it up online, you can see that. And so out of all the different civilizations, out of all the different stories, I quite like that one. The fact that it was Mother Nature itself that created that beautiful pod. $69.90. We're going to move one flex pay of $17.48, and that is available. Now, one mention for you, because again, this is all about Moonlight markdowns and diamonds. Look at what we've got. 23-point blue diamond, white diamond in a crisscross design, almost like a little kiss on the finger, right? That symbol of Chris. 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 available, 40% off. If you go online right now and put in these item numbers, in fact, this 491402, there'll be a video attached, meaning the last presentation. Note the price of that presentation, and now look at what we're doing here. $169.90 had an appraised value. Even at $169.90 is an amazing value. Appraised value $375. It is now $99.90. Now, every Monday night, the airwaves go crazy here. With Adam Freeman, Monday Night Show. Have a look at this. When we come back, more diamonds. See you soon.
What's a better way to start your week than with me? What's on tonight?
It's a night of winners, Adam. We've got the American Dreams Customer Choice Award winner here. You voted, we listen. And the eczema ointment so good it earned the prestigious Good Housekeeping seal is back. Plus, Andrew Lessman calls in about his new April monthly special on free shipping and special pricing. This show is too big to miss. Join us at 7 p.m.
The Sheryl Crow collection. It's everything that I love. It's very vintage inspired. Great jeans, incredible boots. It has a rock and roll twist. One of the things I love about it is that I'm able to empower women with some of my lyrics inside the clothing. Statements that are in my music that still, when I sing them, empower me. The Sheryl Crow woman is the woman that takes on life and says, I can do anything that I want to do and still be feminine.
There's so many things to love about HSN, but one thing that makes shopping here fun is FlexPay. Get it home now without the stress of paying all at once. Why pay full purchase price today when you can pay over time? Buy what you want now, pay it off later with your credit or debit card. FlexPay. It's that easy. Exclusively at HSN.
Signature Club A is the world's largest beauty classroom. We teach women about all the new innovations like cosmeceutical capsule. We do it with vitamin C. We do it with argan oil from Morocco. We do it with the lifting, tightening, firming platinum line. Every woman wants to look like herself, but better. That's Signature Club A.
G'day everyone, welcome back to HSN. My name is Jeff Cowan and you are watching Moonlight Markdowns. If you've just tuned in, fear not. You haven't missed too much, but if you want to see everything that we've had, go to hsn.com and you can see everything there. But I've got an amazing opportunity with each and every one of this. You can't make a bad choice. But you know what, this next one is that I'm going to refer to this as almost like a invitation to HSN. If you've never tried HSN, you've been looking at different, and we do have amazing. I mean, we've had diamond ring for $59. We had diamond bracelets and $69, $79, $89. However, you think, you know, if I want to just try HSN, I want a safer price point for me. Let me introduce you to our next item. This is from Roberto. This is from Roberto Ferrora Manuela, otherwise known as Roberto. He has very, very, very high-end stores in Capri. In Capri, some of his items are tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars, but he has created for us an exclusive line. And this way, it's called Viva Capri. It is a starfish design with this gorgeous bracelet. Now, at the moment, these are the three options that we have. We have the blue, the orange, and the cream available with the corresponding tone that we see there. So you have the gold tone with the orange, the rose tone with the white, or the silver tone with the blue. Thing about this particular bracelet, first of all, it's under $20. It's been reduced to under $20. One size fits all. So you notice you've got the toggle. You slide that down, and that now becomes larger to be able to put your wrist through and put it on. You then have, of course, the gorgeous little starfish. And like I said earlier with that beautiful Larimar ring that we had in the first hour, and yes, if you missed it, we had one of Colin Lopez, we had two Larimar pieces in the first hour rings, the beautiful blue, that Atlantis stone. But I was talked about the idea of having that affinity with water, whether you snorkel, whether you scuba dive, whether you just let the world go by when it gets to the ocean or by the water. That's where this can be lost. You've got this beautiful little starfish, $19.95, and this is what we've done for this hour. We've done 2 flex pays, even on a $20 item. So you do 1 flex pay of $9.98. We're giving you an additional flex pay if you have the HSN card, down to $6.65. So now this is your invitation for HSN to say, try us, to go ahead and dip your toe into the world of HSN and win of our, well, certainly one of our big designer brands. This was the last hour. We're about to show this sold out. Right now, I have 5 people only that can get this ring. This is the Queen of Amethyst. It is from Africa. It is African amethyst with Savarite garnet on the shoulder, black spinel, an appraised value of $695. It is down now to $160, but I have 5 and 5 only available. All right, everybody, take a deep breath, including myself. I'm going to take a deep breath because this is unbelievable. The Queen of Gems, the Gem of Queens, is the pearl. The King of Gems, the Gem of Kings, is the ruby. Pearl is the ladies. There has never been a time in history where pearls have not been in style or in taste and in fashion. This is genuine, genuine. I will say that throughout this presentation. This is my pick for this hour. The diamonds are spectacular. They're gorgeous, but you know what? The best accompaniment that you can have to a diamonds are pearls. Genuine, freshwater cultured pearls, natural colour. You have some gorgeous pinks. You have some gorgeous gold tones. You have that wonderful ivory tones. $49.90, an appraised value of $385. And I've been asking throughout the 2 hours, I've been saying, I want to chat with you out there if you've made a purchase. And I've got the lovely Judy, who's on the phone line from California. G'day, Judy. How are you?
Fine.
Thanks for having a chat with me, Judy. I believe you got the champagne diamond bracelet. Congratulations.
No, I did not. I got the blue diamond bracelet.
You're the blue diamond bracelet. I do apologise. Information they said was champagne. Congratulations, you got the blue. Well, you've got to make sure you got the right one, Judy. Judy, that is gorgeous. Judy, let me ask, have you shopped with HSN in the way of jewellery before?
Not a lot, but I bought some stuff. I bought a pair of blue diamond earrings this morning.
Did you? Well, there you are. Look, one of the things about HSN, as you would well know, is the quality.
Yesterday morning.
Yesterday morning.
It's 2:30 in the morning now.
Well done, and thank you for shopping. One of the things about you, you'd appreciate, is the quality of what we have here, Judy, is second to none. And one thing, as you will well know, is that with HSN, customer service is second to none. So what I'd love you to do right now is stay on the phone lines. We're going to have a chat with you on the other side. But have yourself a gorgeous day. And thanks for chatting with me, Judy. There she is. Thank you so very much. This is a chance. This is for the goddaughter, the granddaughter, the daughter, the mum. Seriously, anybody in your fold of friends and circle for less than $50 on these earrings is unbelievable. Let's talk about the Queen of Gems, the Gem of Queens. There are 5 particular areas where a pearl is assessed. Number 1 is luster. You send this to a jewelry valuer, send it to a gemologist, they look at the luster, and these are vibrant. Luster is often right at the very top. Then you come to shape. The more spherical, the more round, the better. Then comes the cleanliness. Now, inside the mollusk, what they do is they pop an irritant. Now, these are cultured. What they do is they pop that irritant, a round irritant, inside the mollusk, and then it coats it in what's called nacre, N-A-C-R-E. That is what we're looking at. That's that opalescence that you see here. The golds, the peaches, the pinks, the whites, the creams. All of these is Mother Nature's work. This is not dyed. This is not heated. This is not treated. This is an 18-inch, what they call a princess length pearl necklace. Let me get this. Do you want me to give you another astonishing statistic of some of the finest grade pearl strands? They suggest it can take up to as much as 91 years combined for all the mollusks to create those pearls, because here's another part of that, is that out of 100 pearl-producing mollusks or oysters, only 5 of them will actually produce what ends up being in this strand. $49.90. The price, it should be $150. And even at $150, I'd be singing from the rooftops. This is elegant, this is beautiful, this is feminine, this has got colours that will go with so many different options out there. Whether you like to wear more of the earthier tones, whether you like to wear the pinks, whether you like to wear the denims, whether it's a beautiful, crisp, linen white shirt, this is going to make that piece. For Mother's Day, do me a favour. Do one FlexPay, tell the operator that you want sent to your mum straight away, and your Mother's Day shopping is complete. The invoice won't arrive to them. Tell them the invoice you want sent to them. It'll come beautifully gift boxed. But I want to remind you that appraised value of $385 was the lowest of 3 valuations that we had completed on your behalf to find out the true value of this necklace. The lowest. And we're doing it for $49.90. So that part, 1, 2, 3, 4, what, 6, 7. You're going to get 7 of these. You buy 7 of these and still be under the price of the valuation, which is phenomenal. To get genuine pearls, not faux, not created, not fashion jewelry, genuine freshwater pearls, 18-inch. The size of the pearls is going to be about a 7.5 to an 8, and that's something else you need to appreciate. When it comes to, they say anything over a 6mm in the world of jewelry, in the way of the pearls, is considered a jumbo pearl. This is now a jumbo pearl. Look at the quality of those pearls, the luster of the pearls, the iridescence. Here's a couple of care facts about the pearls. You may have heard this before, but I like to always reiterate it. The last thing you put on before you head out, and the first thing you take off when you get home, because sprays, whether it be hairspray, whether it be fragrance and things like that, this is an organic pearl. This has been made by Mother Nature. So it's not like a diamond where it's very, very hard. It's a little bit softer. And I'm not just talking these pearls. I'm talking any pearl that you have in your collection right now. But these are most definitely heirloom quality. This is, again, even at HSN's best ever price, is $129.90. It's $49.90. One FlexPay of $16.63. You have this. Now, let me read you some of the reviews that said here. May buy another for my daughter. My mum got me to order another one as soon as she saw this strand. This is heirloom material. Color is so soft, yet so vibrant, and the luster is absolutely stunning. Don't just believe my words. look at the reviews and remind yourself that those reviews have come from people who bought those at full price. Oh, wow. 491,862. Diamonds on clearance, everybody. Ange is wearing these. $94.90. Now, we had some ovals. They sold out earlier. The first item of this hour sold completely out. If you missed out, I apologize. Dan, can I ask how many, do we have blue, is it just blue diamonds in these, or do we have blue champagne? I'm going to double check on that to make sure. I have champagne diamonds available in these. I remind you, oh, they're in front of me. Thank you very much. I've got under 100 pairs. The very first item of the show, remember, it was oval. Now, I will say this. Number one, larger quantity weight. Those were 25 points. They've completely sold out. Not only is this larger carat weight at 30 points, so you're wearing 15 points with the diamonds in each year, they are also larger individual diamonds. You can see them there flashing and looking at you and winking and flirting with you. Oh, we're bringing this up now. This is 14 karat white gold. 14 karat white gold. I saw this at the this was at the tail end of the show. This one here is that beautiful round, look at that. You've got the choice in color, $239.90 is the price that you're now going to be paying. It's an eternity band. We have sizes 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now, here's what we have in colors. Now, you need to hear this very clearly. The size 5, we have blue diamonds, green diamonds, red diamonds, yellow diamonds. In size 6, we have blue, red, and yellow. In size 7, we have green and red available. And in size 8, we have the black and the blue available. Eternity band, actually clever, very artistic. Floor crew putting these side by side, stacking these rings. Can you imagine? Now remember that these came back with an appraised value, the lowest at $880. This is non-stop diamonds the whole way around. In your choice, again, there's blue, green, red, yellow, or black, but obviously they're limited in certain sizes. The size again, 5, 6, 7, and 8. $239.90. Your flex pay is less than $60. Now, we do charge our flex pays by the month, but a lot of us, like myself, we do our budgets by the week. That works out to be $15. Now, $15 a week. But think about this. I would hope that perhaps that the engagement ring, the wedding ring, may never be replaced, but you'd always like to add a little bit more dazzle, a little bit more bling. Now you can do in diamonds, colored diamonds, in your choice of blue, green, red, or yellow, or black in the diamonds, and your flex pay is $59.98. Remember, those round pave stud earrings are at the bottom of the screen, $491,862. This ring right now, through all the colors and all the size available, I have fewer than 50 available. Under 50 people can now get this amazing 14 karat gold eternity band ring available. You've got 2 minutes on the screen. I'll be amazed if it lasts 2 minutes. But this is where you've got non-stop diamonds, because if you find with a ring sometimes it will move around, unless of course it's been well weighted, great balance at the very top, it'll sit very flush and sit exactly where you've left it. Where this ring, you'll find yourself twisting it, turning it, because every single millimeter of this, every single element of this is flashing beautiful diamonds. Again, sizes 5, 6, 7, and 8. The operators will be able to help you with the colors that are available. We have blue diamonds, green diamonds, red diamonds, yellow diamonds available, but one flex pay of less than $60 and it's yours. Maybe, gentlemen, again, with the anniversary coming up, with Mother's Day coming up, being able to put this aside very quickly. Within 7 to 10 working days, this is going to be with you, but this is not sterling silver. This is not rhodium plated. This is 14 karat gold with your choice right now in sizes 5, 6, 7, and 8. But you have the beautiful gemstone. Now, these will all be color enhanced, all of them, in the way of the colours, because you've got, you know, in some way, shape or form, they would start off maybe as a lighter tone of either the black or the green or the yellow or the red. If these were 100% natural, genuine coloured stone diamonds, we'd be talking many, many, many thousands of dollars. Many thousands of dollars. But you end up getting genuine diamonds in an option of colours and sizes right now, and the FlexPay is going to set you back about $15 a week. April, by the way, is Diamond Month here at HSN. In fact, it's Diamond Month around the world. But what we're doing here at HSN is we're doing a minimum of 4 FlexPays on every single diamond item through the month of April. Now, you may not be born in April. I'm not born in April, but we can all appreciate the beauty of a diamond. Not only that, even the most limited understanding of gemstones knows the value and the beauty of a diamond. I have under 40 remaining through the 4 sizes that I have left in those, and they will definitely go. And we'll let you know when they completely sell out, but stay in the ordering process. Again, thanks for having a chat with Judy. Here are the earrings that we just mentioned or showed at the bottom of the screen. We have black or champagne diamonds in the earrings. I've been corrected, I apologise. 491-862 is the other number. 90, only champagne. I apologise again, it is only in champagne diamonds. Just reading the information that was on the screen. Champagne diamonds, 100% natural in colour. These ones here, 100% not dyed, not treated, not heated. But you have that variation now with that change of tone, or I should say shift of tone between those champagne golden colours, those bubbles, you think a glass of, of beautiful champagne bubbling up, and then you have the pinks and also some cognacs coming through there. There's golden, almost like caramels coming through in there. Beautiful stone, beautiful diamonds for less than $95 on these earrings. The very first item of the show was very similar to this. They were 1/4 carat champagne diamond earrings, completely sold out. For those lucky ones who are still tuning in and watching, you can get a pair of these for $23.73 on your FlexPay. And of course, your shipping and handling's $3 anywhere in the country, delivered to you for free. I should say for $3, not for free, for $3. Now, the champagne diamonds, you'll also notice something about this. I got black rhodium. So on the tips of each of the prong set, they've done black rhodium. Now, that's done for very good reason. The 3 most important factors to a coloured gemstone is colour, colour, colour. Like real estate, 3 most important things: location, location, location. Coloured gemstones, it's all about colour. So by bringing out that colour, by accenting it with the black or oxidised rhodium on the outside, it brings out that colour within in the earrings. So don't be at all surprised that if you capture a glimpse of these, a flash of tone that comes through that you hadn't experienced before with other gems, beautiful within their own right, for one tiny FlexPay of $23.73. The diameter of these is about 12 to 14 millimetres in diameter. But those of you also asking about other colours of diamonds in this hour, because it is Diamond Month, we also have this beautiful pair, yellow and white diamond 2-tone sterling silver earrings. Now, we have it in the ring or earrings. Now, at the moment, we have both available, but I fear that one of these is going to sell out before the other. The appraised value up to as much as $600. The earring's going to be $159.90 and the ring $119.90, but there is that beautiful sunshine yellow. This is where, regardless of whether the clouds have covered the sky, covered the sun, regardless if the heavens have opened and it's raining, now you've got not just diamonds, but a statement ring. Look at this. Now, we're under very strong artificial lighting in this set, but I can promise you, you get this at home. Take this on a journey. Take these on a journey, meaning outside, inside, and notice for yourself how gorgeous these are. Shannon Fox coming up right now with a spotlight. When we come back, we're going to start wrapping up the Moonlight Markdowns, but do not go anywhere. I'll see you soon.
Andrew Lessman's ProCaps Laboratories is committed to delivering pure and additive-free, highly effective nutritional supplements. Shop the new monthly special with free shipping and special pricing. In April, help stay active and manage your weight with energy and fat metabolism factors, ultimate whey protein, and secure whey complete meal replacement. Check back every month to discover new specials. Search Andrew Lessman Monthly Special on hsn.com.
DG2 is comfort, stretch, style. That bootcut classic was the first jean I designed. The Super Stretch is a technological revolution. I love the Ponte jean. It makes you look so thin. That comfort waist is going to overtake the world of denim. Once you have that perfect fitting jean, wait and see how life-changing it is.
We love our gemstones to be beautiful, colorful, and durable. That's why we give some of them a little more love. Enhancements may require special care and may not be permanent, while others may last a lifetime. For more information, visit hsn.com and search Gemstone Guide to see our Gemstone Enhancement Chart.
G'day everyone, welcome back to HSN, welcome to Moonlight Markdowns. My name's Jeff Cowan and you are in home for me. Oh, we've had sold out. Sorry, there we are, straight away. The amethyst ring that we just showed you a few moments ago is completely gone. Congratulations. If you did get the very last one, you should pat yourself on the back. But you are certainly, I'm at home right here. This is, I mean, it is fun here at HSN, but when it comes to our jewelry, you have definitely come to the right destination. I've been doing what I do now for close to 20 years, and one of the things I love is admiring beautiful jewelry, and more importantly, I guess, the history of jewelry as well, because one thing I've gathered very quickly was there's so much more than just the aesthetics of jewelry. There's the geography, the geology, the history, the legends, the lures. This particular collection that we're going to be showing you right now, exclusive here to HSN, Amedeo, is serious jewelry history. Torre del Greco is a place in Italy where the carving of cameos has gone on for over a century. And still to this day, that's exactly where these are carved in Italy, hand carved. And this is not just the earrings. It is the pendant and the chain, everything for less than $50. You're talking about a time-honored technique where literally the hands of time have stopped. If you think about the fast mechanized world of everything that we live in right now, we want everything yesterday. This is still done by hand. What you'll find with what's called a cameo, and that's what we're looking at here, hand-carved cameos from Italy, is where you're looking at either a beautiful profile of a maiden, as we're seeing here. It could be a scene or, you know, a scenery of some type, or wildlife, which we have some later on. But this is by far the most extraordinary value I've ever seen in my career of showing cameos. And I've shown stone, I've shown shell cameos. This is called the Prima Collezione. This is where you get the pendant, you get the earrings and the chain for $49.95. This is the thing of yesteryear. Cameos were worn, certainly they were used originally almost like a symbol with correspondence, where they dip it in the wax and they put the seal on the back. So it could be, it was originally, you know, of course, the family crest or initials. And then, of course, it went on from there because people would start wearing it as adornments, and then people started carving, the artisans started carving, you know, basically like a portrait. And so the ladies would sit, ladies of society would sit and get their portraits carved, and then they'd wear those pieces. That's the beauty of this, is that in considering the speed with which we expect everything in this day and age, that this still to this day exists. Look at the detail in this. I mean, it's not some ghostly figure. The ringlets of hair, the décolleté, the neck, the chin, the nose line, everything is so beautifully defined. One flex pay, this is just unfathomable, $12.49. $12.49 is your flex pay. The chain's included. Now, if you have the HSN card, and I highly recommend grabbing the HSN card, because if you do, first of all, we'll take another $10 off the purchase of this. Another $10 off this extraordinary value, and then give you an additional flex pay. So the flex pay turns out to be $9.98. By the way, the bracelet, now this is, we did at one stage have the amethyst. I believe the black agate's the only one now remaining. Yeah, you ready for this? $150 off. $150, $79.95. If I bring in the earrings, it'll give you some appreciation of the skill of the artisans to carve both by hand. But this is what I was saying about the level of intricacy. Look at the little flowers, the rosettes here on the shoulder, the beautiful gown flowing down off the shoulder number. $79.95. Now, this is black agate, that's all solid agate. It's got a lovely clasp at the back, just a simple button, and then it opens up so simply, so beautifully. But we did have a couple of different variations of this one. Right now, I believe we've got maybe 100 of these available. $79.95 in your FlexPay, they're available. But the earring and the pendant set is by far the most popular out of everything we've shown. But this is what I was saying before, is that now you start moving into an area where it's got the, you know, a little bit of Mother Nature. And this is Mariposa, the papillon, the butterfly, $179.95. And this is so symbolic in so many ways. I mean, it's springtime, right? Opening season yesterday in baseball, but springtime. Flowers are blooming, birds are singing, bees are humming, and the butterflies. And isn't it gorgeous? You know, we've had that wonderful Meadow Valley just recently join us here at HSN, a great partnership with beautiful flowers for your home. And the way that we talk about, oh, you want to attract the butterfly. Now, regardless of how gloomy and grey and dark the sky be outside, you will have the butterfly in your hand. And, you know, you think about the way that a butterfly is created. You know, it comes out of the cocoon. It's a rebirth, a regeneration. The little caterpillar or grub that goes in comes out as this beautiful creature, flowing creature. So it could be quite symbolic of something that's happening in your life. And I think that about jewelry all the time, is it is a virtual diary of so many people's lives. You have pieces that you know in your collection that represents, you know, a rebirth, a regeneration, a new chapter in someone's life. Now, this right here is $179.95, that beautiful ring. Sizes 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. You'll also notice that it's not just, and again, this is hand carved. No two will be absolutely identical. They have obviously the same theme, but when it comes to the little flowers that you see there, notice they graduate in size. It's like life is getting better and better and better. All the 3 gems, 3 stones, I love you, all these symbols that come with this piece, all hand carved, all beautifully done. And to get a genuine Italian hand carved cameo ring for less than $70 is amazing. So don't forget that set. The earrings and the pendant and the chain for less than $50 and the bracelet for $70, amazing. We're gonna continue. We continue right now with a clustering. Oh! Yeah. Can I talk about that? We have fewer than 10 of these available, and I can appreciate absolutely wholeheartedly it is one of the most premium price points of this 2-hour show, but this has an appraised value of over $1,200. The best price prior to this morning was $499. We've taken another $200 off. There's 6 of those. 6 of them can only get this one. 6 of you can only get this. Have a look at this. Blue diamond, infinity. Life just keeps getting better and better and better. 7 1/4 inch in the bangle, an appraised value of $660. 6 people only, $169.90. 491406 is the item number. 6 and 6 only. That ring, fewer than 10 available, down to $299. Did you see that was over a carat in diamonds for $300. Unbelievable. That's also coming up. We won't probably get a full presentation of that one. I'm going to move these in. Oh, wow. Diamonds. Diamond month. April, happy birthday if this is your month. You know diamonds are your birthstone, right? Well, now's a chance. Maybe today is a day that you find. Oh, $1,290 appraised value on this ring. You now get it for $309.90. Blue diamond or red diamond, is that right? 6, 7, and 8 available. $309.90, very limited. Do you know how limited? I have fewer than 50 for the entire country. What do you guys have, 230 million people, 300 million, something like that? I've got 49 rings available. 49 over a carat diamond. That's going to be coming out. We're going to squeeze in one more or a couple more here. That's amazing. I mean, it's showering diamonds here at HSN. Showering diamonds in clearance, still with our 30-day money-back guarantee. Cupid has struck, however. The heart and arrow sterling silver necklace for $119.90. Again, that gorgeous symbol. We had a wonderful bangle earlier with the heart shape encrusted with blue diamonds. Now you have the heart and arrow, Mother's Day, anniversary, birthday, just because. Why not? Why not with diamonds? Why not have that symbol? Why not have this beautiful way of being able to represent your love, your connection with your partner with this beautiful thing? And as I say, maybe it's for Mother's Day. $119.90, your flex pays $29.90. You have the combination here of the colours of the diamonds that come through. Again, we're talking genuine diamonds. The appraised value, and this is so important that I express this to you. HSN has gone to the time and the expense of sending this very item out to 3 separate jewellery valuers. The $429 is the lowest appraised value that this came out to. And when I talk about, we have gemologists that work in our staff here at HSN, but this wasn't appraised by them. We sent them out the separate, external, impartial, if you like, to HSN. I want to quickly remind you about this bracelet that I just spoke about. This is with the heart shape, encrusted with blue diamonds. It's sterling silver, opens up. I don't know how many dozen we have of this remaining, but we're going to be putting the information on that for you very shortly. But now you've got 2 symbols of love. And I said, whether you, regardless of the language that you speak, if you were to say in the language of the person you're speaking to, love, the symbol that they picture is the heart. And in this case, we're talking also the arrow. So you can also now incorporate Cupid, that beautiful little creature from Greek mythology, the god of love. You know, the one that he had 2 types of arrows. Did you know this? Cupid has 2 arrows. One that was tipped with gold, the other tipped with lead. Tipped with gold, you are head over heels in love. Tipped with lead, not so much. $119.90. Your FlexPay, $29.98. Want to thank again, as we start ticking down the last few minutes, I want to thank Judy, who called in from California. Beautiful to have you join me. And of course, if you'd like to join me on Facebook, Jeff Cowan, Jeff with a G, G-E-O-F-F. Geoff, if you like. Jeff Cowan on HSN. You can find me on Facebook, and love to hear from you. And of course, incorporate you with getting the inside scoop on some of the shows that I've got coming up. Diamonds in this hour. If you want to see everything that we've had in this hour, go to hsn.com. On the bottom of the homepage, there's what's called a program guide. If you click on that, it'll bring up the whole day. If you go to hours 4 a.m. and 5 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, it'll show you everything that we've had. Some have sold out. I'll be honest, some have sold out, but in most cases, and there is some very, very limited quantity. 45 points worth of diamonds. I want to remind yourself of that when you get this at home, and open up the jewelry box and feast your eyes on what you purchased from a 2-dimensional screen. You will not be disappointed. You cannot make a bad choice. But you're talking about the gemstone that so many other gems are compared to. Oh, it's got the look of a diamond, the sparkle of the diamond. It's got the pedigree of the diamond. No, no, these are diamonds. And this is that gorgeous sterling silver cuff bracelet with genuine 15 points with the blue diamonds. I've got literally 2 dozen left. $69.90 is available. We're going to end the show here with this one. Oh, I'm so glad we're going to end the show. This is the heaviest gemstone weight I've had of the 2 hours in diamonds. It is Diamond Month. April's birthstone is the diamond. This is not just nearly 1 1/4 carat in diamonds. It is in a cigar band style. It is wide. It is hugely impressive. The appraised value on this was $1,239, the lowest of the appraised values. It is now $309.90, and anybody who's watching, any credit card or a debit card, you do 1 flex pay of $77.48, and it is yours. You are then going to be wearing, and have fun with this. Walk into a jewelry store wearing your 1 1/4 carat diamond ring, and just say, oh, do you have a pendant that might match this? Do you have, a brooch that might match this? And feast your eyes on the price points of what you should have paid. Beautiful. Now we have 2 options. I believe that's right, Dan, isn't it? We have the black and the red that are available on the diamonds. $309.90. We have sizes, as far as I know, 6 through 10. Yes, we still have sizes 6 through 10 available. 6 through 9, 10 is just sold out. But what we do have right now, between the 2 colors and all sizes, we have 46 people can get this. 46 and 46 only. Genuine diamonds, cigar band. You know that cigar band, of course, in the solid band is impressive. Knuckle to knuckle. Now, you've got thousands of blinking lights, like the lights of New York City, down the main strip of Vegas, where the beautiful lights flash and sparkle, and you will find that time and time again. Look at that. Look at that. I mean, seriously. First of all, when you see this on Angie's hand, it's huge. Okay, 1 1/4 carat is a lot of diamonds, but it shows up. It's what they call in the terminology, shows up to nearly, 2 carat, 2 1/2 carat ring. Absolutely amazing. I've had so much fun. So much fun here at HSN, and it is fun here at HSN. Again, I highly recommend going to the website hsn.com and seeing everything that we've had in this 2-hour show. Because in this type of show, the quantities are not as deep, so they sell out very quickly. Angie, thank you so very much. Encore presentation coming up on the other side to the Today Special. It is beautiful, it is fantastic, and we loved having you with us. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.